Hey guys, time for the summer garden tour, and you will notice I now have an iced beverage, not coffee, and it is absolutely not a nice comfy 60 degrees out like it was in that last video. It's actually about 95 with a real feel of 99. So I'm basically crazy for being out here right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway just for you. So let's look at this amazing garden. All right, so first things first, just walked in the gate here, which we might finally be replacing soon. We'll see. But anyways, our strawberry bed, it's pretty much done. We kind of said that in the last video. I don't think we got a single strawberry after that last garden tour. Gretchen had been jumping over this fence and yeah, eating them all, eating the cucumbers, eating all the things she shouldn't. So, okay, everybody say goodbye to Gretchen. She has, I just tried to poop on me. Just as a cherry on top, you know. Aside from being a very terrible mother, as much as she wants to lay, she doesn't mother well. Or get off the nest when there's nothing to sit on. She also keeps getting into my garden and eating all my produce. I literally had to throw out 5 full-grown cucumbers this morning because she ate half of them. That's not okay. And yes, we clipped her wings. Didn't stop her. So, she was actually from a friend who gave her to me because she was tired of her antics. And I told said friend that next time I need chicken, Gretchen's on the menu, and she would rather take her back than have Gretchen go to the freezer. So, she's going back to her old home. Because it ain't worth it to put up with all this naughtiness. Farewell, Gretchen. See you around. Yeah. Anyway, so there's the strawberries. Right now they're just focusing on reproducing even more than we already have. And we don't need. So, this next bed here, the peas are done. Absolutely done. I've just been letting them kind of dry on the vine and plump up really well. And then this morning I actually ripped the roots out. And before it rains, which might be tomorrow, I need to actually bring these in and hang them to finish drying so that I can use those pods that are drying as seeds to plant a fall crop. But they did incredible this year. They did so good. I don't know that we've ever had that many peas, and they were amazing. Super good. We have this one volunteer sunflower here. The only volunteer I got this year. Kind of sad. And you can see, let me flip this camera around so you can see a little bit better. Our winter squash are starting to grow up the trellis. That one's really tall. I do have to keep coming over here and like putting them back through, weaving them through a little bit until they get a chance to hold on with their tendrils. But they're doing great. And in fact, I think over here somewhere, over here, got a couple of little baby squashes coming on even. So that is super great news. There's another baby squash here. The only downside that we have so far is that I have the last couple days started to see the squash vine borer adult moths come around. Not cool. But I was at the farmer's market last week and speaking to one of the farmers there, and she actually suggested planting radishes around the winter squash and then not harvesting them. And she said that helps to keep them away. So I immediately went out that night and got some radish seeds and planted them underneath here, and they actually started sprouting almost immediately, like in 2 days right here. So hopefully that will help. I haven't seen any holes yet, but I'm trying to keep an eye out just in case, because they are my nemesis. And then behind me here is this blue Hubbard that is supposed to kind of help with that as well. It's a trop crop because they will go to it first, hopefully. If it produces, great. If they kill it off and it dies instead of these, I'm okay with that too. So That's the squash. So if you recall, I said I was going to be planting some more lettuces there. Obviously that didn't happen. Instead, there are radishes to hopefully help with that. Although I think I definitely forgot to plant radishes on this side. So we'll see how it goes. All right, phone is overheating, so let's try to speed this up a little bit. Some of these greens are still going okay in here in this jungle. You'll see some of them back there still producing and have not bolted yet, I think thanks to the shade. But then some of them have bolted and got pulled out. So that's pretty much done. Once I get those pulled out, we'll replace them with something. Not sure what yet. On the other side of this, I did pull out the broccoli. We harvested it, and then the cabbage moths moved in, so it's gone, but the nasturtiums are going crazy. I need to figure out something to do with these. And then we still have these hot peppers coming in here. They're starting to get blooms, but not as much as the other peppers we have growing. And then, of course, our last raised bed with the watermelon are doing pretty snazzy. Lots of watermelon growing on in here. I've seen some blooms. I haven't actually checked if there's any fruit yet, though. And then you'll notice I actually put 3 eggplant in there as well that I got from the nursery since my other ones weren't doing so good. These are the cucumbers that my neighbor gave me, and they have been producing really, really well, but now they are suddenly dying. So I think, I don't know, maybe they got some kind of a funky disease or something going on there. I don't know. I'm not sure, because you can see they're loaded with flowers, but I don't know. They seem to be dying. So that's those. In an effort to protect my phone from the heat of the sun, I'm probably going to flip the camera around for the rest of this so I can kind of try to keep it shaded using my hat. But yeah, look at this. This is nuts. These are bigger than me. They're huge. Absolutely huge. So everything's doing super, super great. This is actually really, really hot on my feet right now. This mulch is so hot. Anyways, here is our pepper row. Super, super big peppers. They're doing really good. These, I think these are the bell peppers in the middle. They're a bit smaller, but the rest of them are doing good. I think these are, and what are these? I don't remember. I think these are serranos. So lots of branches, not a lot of flowers yet, but big plants. So here's hoping this heat wave kicks those into gear. Like I said, these are the bell peppers. There are some in here starting to grow. Which plant did I see those on? There they are. So we got some growing in there. And then these are the Anaheims in here. I don't know. Let's see if we can focus that. There we go. So those are growing good. And I think we had a cherry bomb pepper at the end, but I'm not sure if it's still here or if Gretchen ate it. I can't remember how many total peppers I had. Garlic has been harvested, just replanted carrots here to replace that. Probably should spray that down because in this heat, I doubt it is staying very moist under there. Those zucchini are monsters, like waist-high monsters. Those leaves are like pushing 2 feet. They're humongous. That just started producing this week, which is exciting. That was our first attempt at carrots. That didn't do so hot. And then these beets absolutely need to be harvested. I just have this small problem of no refrigerator space at the moment, so I haven't harvested them yet. A couple of them I have, but I mean, look how big those are. They're getting quite large. They need to be picked. So that's that row. Here's some more cucumbers that are reaching to the fence, climbing into the beets. They're just going nuts. So here, I can't even zoom out far enough to show you all. So yes, these cucumbers are doing really well. I am starting to notice just a few of the leaves on them doing this like the other ones. So hopefully that doesn't mean that they're sick too. I don't know. We'll see. And then the tomatillos. That was another new one for us. This year I haven't grown them before, and the plants are huge. They're much bigger than I expected. But that seems to be the theme this year. Everything is. But we are starting to get some tomatillos growing on there. Bukus of flowers that the bees just love. So I think we'll have a good crop from those. Let's see if I can get past these cucumber plants. So big, so big. Here's our celery. We have some Chinese pink celery in here. And then some just standard green celery. I don't even know what variety that is. It was from a greenhouse. They're doing good. We've harvested and preserved some of that. Looks like I probably need to do it again. And then these onions that are bulbing up and looking gorgeous. So those are doing good. And then there's the tomato jungle. Okay, I will flip you around one more time to show you because I don't think I can, this with the fence here, I can't get big enough far enough to show you. This is the tomato jungle. It is ridiculous. I kind of might have planted a little too intensively, maybe accidentally. But yeah, I went through along the fence line here and in this row and trimmed out all the lower branches so I could actually somewhat see the walking path. But this row and the next row I haven't yet, and yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna get in there and pick those tomatoes or really find them to pick them, because this is wicked dense, guys. This is it's a little overwhelming in a good way. Like, all of this bounty I'm so grateful for. Thank you, Jesus. This is incredible. I could not have imagined this much from our little garden area here, and it's going to be a lot of work to put it up, but I'm very grateful for it. So yeah, that's just a lot. And last but not least are the green beans, which are kind of hard to get to on that side because of the tomatoes and the zucchini. But we have just started harvesting those the last several days, and we've already been able to can some, so really happy with those. The sun's behind a cloud, so I'm going to pick this kind of shady spot over here by the trellis to kind of wrap up here. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'm sure you are about as shocked as I am at the difference just 1 month could make. When we recorded that last video, we had just had like a month of drought where it didn't rain for a solid month, and yeah, things were struggling. We were having to water, and then we got just a little bit of rain, but like every day for a week, and then we've had some rain on and off now, so it's been much better, and the garden's been loving it. But the temperatures were like super cool for this time of year, like in 60s and 70s, until like yesterday. Then suddenly it decided to be warm again. So here we are finally in summer, so these really warm weather crops can start getting super happy about the temperatures and start exploding with produce. And we are so excited. We are here for it. I'm so blessed, so grateful for how God is blessing this space. It has been prayed over, and God is answering, and I'm so thankful to be able to feed my family food that I know where it came from, I know what went into it, and that I have been able to put my hands into the dirt and, you know, actually labor for, and just kind of put that labor of love, which I think I'm learning is my love language. So thankful for all of this abundance. So grateful. Let me know in the comments how your garden is doing. And if you had any questions about any of the plants that you saw on the tour, I'd be happy to answer them. And then until next time, God bless and happy gardening.